You okay, dude? It's about Silverwolf, isn't it? Yep. He has all these other weapons, and I'm only armed with this with all these random settings. I don't even know which one's which. I swear. Well, why don't you try doing something you usually do? Like reviewing. Don't you have a marathon to do? Alright, fine. Let's get this over with.
Now watch false! Si tu cherches un peu de gaieté, viens donc faire un tour à l'envers. Si tu cherches un peu de gaieté, viens donc faire un tour à l'envers. Si aux examens tu t'es planté, viens donc faire un...
Welcome to Fandemic, where we thoroughly analyze various types of independent or fan-made media. I'm your host, Indie Fan. And welcome to another installment of He-Man Month. Now for this installment of He-Man Month, let's take a look at He-Man's twin sister, She-Ra. And since I haven't actually watched the show now or growing up, I'll let this intro tell the story.
Where darkness rules, fights the champion of light. Where hope seems lost, there rides the rebellion. Together they stand ready against the dark, evil warriors of the Horde and their leader, the terrible Hordak. The rebellion, armed with hope and ancient powers against the force of an intergalactic army. This is the story of one who will become leader of the Great Rebellion. She-Ra, Princess of Power.
Or in other words, there's this woman that can transform into a being named She-Ra. She leads a rebellion against the evil forces of Hordak, and his regime under the name the Evil Horde. And that's pretty much the plot of the show in a nutshell. And keep in mind, I've barely watched the show, so I'm pretty much going to be approaching this as a stranger. And I only have minimal knowledge besides the Evil Horde, and that's about it. So, if you have any fan criticisms, feel free to comment them below. Now, let's not waste any more time. This is the fan film, She-Ra, Surely You Jest. And so our movie starts 2 years ago.
Hordak just made another threat against Red Moon and my mother. She needs me.
He said if my kingdom doesn't pledge allegiance to him, he'll show them my mother's sex tape. So we then find out that whoever her name is, and Bo, are forming a rebellion, in secret.
I want someone from the Horde overhearing. They have ears everywhere.
And eyes. Really. One of them saw me undressed once. Fucking pervert. So we then find out the reason why Bo brought her here. Show her how fed up the people of Etheria are of the evil Horde. Then we meet this guy, Jestor. Pretty much your jester slash comedian. Jesterian. Well, but there's one thing I can say. He's funnier than Carlos Mencia. So we then cut to Chris, or Jestor, making jokes about the evil Horde.
And let's face facts, people neither apparently can I tell the difference either. So.
Hey, careful, Jestor. You're gonna have some members of the evil Horde screaming, "Why And naturally, agents of the evil horde, Adora and Leech, over here to show and put a stop to it.
He almost ate me.
Shut it, Leech. Besides, probably not.
And this is where we see our first problem. The audio is terrible. I can barely hear what any of the characters are saying at times. Other times, I'm lucky to even hear them at all.
Hi, why don't you come and join me here on the stage? So, Force Captain Dora, what do I owe the same honor of your presence here?
They got word that there's some kind of trash talk.
And making unfunny jokes about them. So Adora and Leech then take Jestor to Hordak's lair, the Fright Zone, which is actually just a factory in the background.
So, this is the prisoner that you brought me, Force Captain.
Yes, Mike.
So, you thought it was a good idea to make fun of the almighty Horde, did you?
Oh no, I was referring to a snake man. What do you think, Whitey? And as punishment for mocking the Horde, Jestor is to wear a special type of mask. Once it's put on, it is now his permanent face, and he is to obey every command given by the Horde. We then cut to a commercial. That was not a joke. They use a commercial for this movie. And what's insulting is that it doesn't really add to the plot. So, in other words, pretty much,
This has been another pointless moment.
so we then cut to present day, where we see Grizzlor talking to Catra.
Blasted rebels again. They took out my troopers near Mr.
Your troopers? Don't you mean Hordak's troopers?
Shut up, brains. In any event, those blasted rebels defeated me again, and Hordak was very displeased. If it wasn't for his jester, I would have been falling through his trapdoor he's so fond of.
Do you always have to talk that way? Yes, I do. I'm a cat. Blow me. We then cut to Bo and She-Ra.
Of course it does, moron. But it doesn't make him so clever with his jokes. That's all him.
Are you done eavesdropping yet? We got the plans we came for, now let's get out of here. This place gives me the creeps.
Ah, come on, you big pansies. Not that scary.
Poor man, I've forgotten he's been here all these years.
What man? What are you talking about?
That Jestor that Catra's talking about. Adora told me about him from her Horde days. She arrested him one night for an anti-Horde act in Famon.
Oh, I think I remember him. I was there the night she took him. That was the night Glimmer and I decided to start the rebellion.
Well, if that's true, then he's the reason the rebellion started, and we owe him a debt.
Oh, so it isn't years or centuries of oppression or terrorizing. No. It's over a jester being arrested. That talked shit.
We're gonna rescue him.
Oh, wait a minute. We were lucky to get this far in the Fright Zone.
Now relax, you big pansy. It's not like just a giant overgrown lizard that eats people that drops by. So we then cut to Jestor doing the Gangnam-style dance in front of Hordak.
If you dance anymore, I may laugh myself to death.
If only you would laugh yourself to death.
Still you resist me. Neo!
Now punch yourself repeatedly in the testicles 50 times!
Jestor. Why do you still resist me? After all these years. You truly should be grateful. Instead of being in the dungeons like all the other prisoners, you have your own cell, food, a comfortable bed by all standards, at least in the Fright Zone. So why do you not be more grateful?
because you're a delusional, foul-smelling, hog-faced tyrant. If you want to put me in the dungeons, go ahead. I'll create a riot so big, Horde Primacy from Horde World!
That is, if I don't get eaten by your pet lizard yet.
Return to your cell. But before you go, I do want to back. Tell me another joke.
I got a joke. How do you get a nun pregnant? Dress her like an altar. Yeah, no. So Shira then finds Jestor and tries to escape with him. But not before running into Grizzlor and Catra, however. Oh, for crying out loud, we get it! You're a goddamn cat! You have to keep talking like that!
So much for a quiet exit. What do we do now?
We'll just have to make an unquiet exit now, won't we?
Surrender, Shira. There's nowhere to go.
Catra's lying. There's an entrance to a supply bay right past her. We can get out easily through there.
Sounds like a plan. Now, how are we gonna get past them?
Aren't you He-Man's twin sister? So Catra commands Jestor to apprehend the rebels. However, the rebels stop Jestor from attacking. Bill uses a gas grenade arrow to distract Grizzlor and Catra.
I can't see!
Hey, at least it's better than constantly hearing that annoying cat impression. Shira then transforms her sword into a boomerang and uses it on capturing Grizzlor. Oh, come on, that totally missed them! And then the three finally make their escape. And then we cut to another commercial. So, yet again,
This has been another pointless moment.
So we then see Jestor waking up at a rebel camp.
Oh. Adora! Come quick, he's waking up!
Hopefully he doesn't find out I sold some of his organs to the black market.
Adora, I really am at the rebel camp, aren't I?
Yes, you're really here.
I'm confused. One of Hordak's first orders was that if ever captured by the rebels, I was supposed to return immediately to him to reveal the rebel camp location, but I don't feel compelled to go.
Casta, care to fill him in?
Of course, Adora. I was able to remove Shadow Weaver's curse with a relatively simple spell. You're no longer under the Horde's control.
Okay. Let me get this straight. Shadow Weaver built a mask that, upon contact on the face, will have the wearer under the control of the Horde. It's gone with a simple spell. Hordak seriously needs to fire Shadow Weaver for this.
Oh, wonderful! Oh, what about getting this thing off of me?
I'm very sorry, but that magic is as old as the first ones, and I have no way of combating it.
Oh, that's just great. Now I'm supposed to eat or drink.
Casta, could you leave us alone for a moment? Chris, I would like...
Stop. Just let me do the talking first. First of all, Chris isn't here anymore with this. Hordak gave me a name at the Fright Zone, and although he gave it to me, I think it's appropriate. It's Jestor now. And as far as forgiveness, forget it, you've got it. Don't worry about it.
Few things. First of all, for someone who has been a slave of the Horde for 2 years, he's pretty easygoing. And secondly, hopefully this part won't be the moral of the story or whatever. Really? Oh.
Thank you. However, I still feel like I owe you something for making you wait so long for me to come to get you.
And don't forget, put the perma mask on his face! Adora then offers Jest-Or a place in the Great Rebellion. And the place is...
Me? In a rebellion? I'm not really a warrior.
Maybe not, but you could still provide us with an invaluable service.
What's that?
Laughter and morale. You were a comedian before Hordak took you, weren't you?
Of course. Why am I not surprised? Meanwhile, in the Fright Zone, Hordak isn't too happy about losing his personal fool.
Not only did they let Jest-Or get away, but they let She-Ra make fools of them as well.
Why did Hor Prime give me these people? They couldn't even take care of one small band of people! Ugh. So I then find out that there's still some dark magic left in Jest-Or's mask. Thus, they can use it to their advantage.
To the Whispering Woods, if we can lure Jest-Or to the edge.
You mean to tell me that you have had a spell that would grant us access to the Whispering Woods this whole time, and you didn't tell me?
I would so fire you if I didn't have a giant robot shrouded in clouds for a boss! So Hordak then orders Shadow Weaver to go prepare the spell.
And we will finally take the Whispering Woods. Now be gone.
Yes, mighty one.
Oh, and Shadow Weaver. Never keep information from me ever again. Especially if it's regarding a powerful spell. It would be most unfortunate if I were to have to use this on my head,
Which I would gladly use, if not for the fact I have a giant robot for a boss who would probably crush me if I disobeyed an order. So we then see Jest-Or telling stories to the Great Rebellion. I have another story. A Muslim husband and a Catholic priest walked into a bar. Still no. Okay, are you gonna do that every time I try to make an adult joke? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, bite me. So we then hear from Bo that Hordak is entering the Whispering Woods.
What could he be planning?
I don't know, but you two get to the edge of the woods and we'll be right behind you.
Alright, but I'm not letting Jest-Or face them alone.
Kareem, are you sure this will work? Don't worry. You don't even have to hit them with it. The moment they see a flying object coming towards them, they'll fall to the ground. Golly, 2 years for this and I didn't know they'd collapse easily like paper.
Alright, now that he's armed, you two get going. Hordak may already be entering the woods.
Wait. If he's entering the woods, doesn't that mean he's already in them?
So what's the plan?
You're gonna go to Thamor, get Frosta and Natasa, bring them back here so that they can help.
Wait, you want me to go to Thamor? I can stay here and help. I'll never get back in time with the help.
It's alright, we'll have She-Ra. She'll take care of things until you get back.
She-Ra may be powerful, but it's Hordak and all of his warriors. Even she can't handle all of them at once.
Relax, Jest-Or. If there's anything we learned fighting the evil horde, it's that they're a bunch of incompetent idiots. And in fact, if you throw a flying object at them, they'll fall easily.
Wait. There's something else, isn't there? You don't trust me.
When it should be the other way around. I mean, this is a woman who pretty much put the perma-mask on your face. And if anything, I think you should be suspicious of her, because she might be a spy of Hordak. Ever thought about that? So to show Jest-Or he can be trusted, Adora shows him her secret.
Why the first one? You're She-Ra!
Yes, Jest-Or. They'll understand how big of a secret this is to keep. Only Tal and Madame Raz know that Shira and the Dora are one and the same. Now, even Bowen cast a spell on them. Now, understand how much I'm trusting you with this.
I understand and I appreciate it. I swear I won't let you down.
And it's not like anyone will believe me. So we then see Hordak with his forces. Oh, come on! That's all you're bringing? This is a rebellion that has caused your empire a crap ton of trouble, and all you're bringing is your commanders, and not your troops, who are expendable? Just when I thought the commanders were incompetent, then there's their leader. And just to add insult to injury, it turns out they're actually waiting for Jestor to come out. Is it just me, or is this just a really dumb plan? So we then see the rebellion gathered.
But where's Adora?
She went to Thamor to get some help. Has Hordak tried anything yet?
No, not yet. They're just standing around over there, but I think they're waiting for something.
Oh, good lord, it's me. It's me they're after. But why doesn't Hordak send his troops? Because they're honest-to-God idiots, that's why. Was that a... I swear to Christ, no. With Jestor close, Shadow Weaver casts a spell on Jestor.
Shira, look! Shadow Weaver is casting a spell!
Whatever Hordak's plan is, I think we're about to find out. Arm yourselves.
I don't feel so good.
Jestor, what's wrong?
I don't know.
It's the mask. I can feel the shadow magic. Shadow Weaver still has some connection to it.
Oh, really? I mean, you're supposed to be a sorceress, and you didn't know this. The first one, I can accept. Second one, I find hard to believe. Jestor is then knocked out, and the two factions charge towards each other for battle. And yet again, we cut to another commercial. So, once again...
This has been another pointless moment.
So after a fight that ends with most of the rebellion getting their ass kicked, Jestor wakes up, picks up his ring, throws it, faces Hordak, and knocks down the commanders with ease.
My shadow rings will stop you.
Not this time. Shadow Weaver, with your dark magic and might, I send you away to a place of endless night.
What did you do?
I sent her to Horror Hall. She won't be bothering us anytime soon. Now let's go help Shira.
Oh, that's just great. How am I supposed to get out of here? I can see in this.
So with his forces down and overwhelmed by the rebellion, Hordak retreats and takes what remains of his minions with him. And so our movie ends with Adora and Jestor talking.
Just being the rebel like you said I was.
We should get back to the camp. I'd really like to hear some more of those stories.
Oh, I've got one with antenna, Grizzlord, and some glue that have you laughing for days.
Oh,
And now we go to the moral of the story. And of all the morals and stories that has been shown, be a team player, ask for help when you need it, talking to solve your problems rather than using violence, and if at first you don't succeed, try again. And what does this have to present? Let's take a look.
Hi, it's me, Lukey. Did you find where I was hiding today? If not, take another look. See me now? In today's story, Adora did something wrong to Jester and she felt really bad. Have you ever done something and felt bad? Well, do what Adora did and apologize. Remember, it's never too late to apologize, and you'll feel a lot better afterwards. Alright, see you next time.
No, 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 no. In the age of no, the natives of the No Empire built a statue dedicated to the ruler, the Emperor No, who brought about peace, prosperity, and no, right after their enemies, the barbarians of the No tribe, were defeated, and in the Emperor's victory, had a son who was named No! First of all, unlike the shows it was based from, it serves nothing to the plot. And secondly, when it comes to guilt, a simple apology isn't gonna help. Guilt can be like a sickness, eating at you, psychologically. And it could drive you to the point of insanity, and not the good kind. In fact, I can make it bearable. First, apologize to them. Acknowledge the wrongs you have done. Then finally, learn to forgive yourself. That's the privilege of being you. And now with that was She-Ra. Surely You Jest. Time for my pros and cons. For starters, the audio is atrocious. The fight choreography is pretty bad. Even for an amateur film, the film contains a handful of plot holes. It just seemed rushed. I mean, the only good thing I could say about this film were the costume and props, but that's about it. Sadly, final analysis is an F-. I wanted to like this. I really did, but there are just so many things wrong with it. I get it's supposed to be in the style of the old She-Ra cartoons, but it just doesn't work. And that's my review. And oh yeah! Coming up next week, Fall of Grayskull, both comic and movie. I'm Indie Fan, and to quote the characters, until next time.